Hey yo, Shalom. All praise to Yahweh, Shem Yahshua, B'Shem Rakakadash. That one see Apostle, I was a great millstone. Shalom to the brothers out there doing the work, considering the truth. I'll just play this and I'll just get into, what it is.
Mr. Speaker, the Modernising Defence Programme, in part, is about improving the resilience of our defence and our country. Could the Secretary of State confirm if he has had any approaches from other government departments about using our world-class armed forces personnel in the event of a no-deal Brexit?
We've as yet not had any formal requests from any government department, but what we are doing is putting contingency plans in place, and what we will do is have 3,500 service personnel held at readiness, including regulars and reserves, in order to support any government department on any contingencies they may need.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
So, yeah, you can see the title now. So, these guys are basically talking about the use of military personnel in the case of a no-deal Brexit, which is, that's funny, because if this is something that's so important, needs to be brought up, then that means that no-deal Brexit, that's serious business right there. That no deal, if that no deal goes through, then hey, they're gonna have to do it. They're gonna have to, if they're gonna need to utilize troops. The thing is, they said so far he's had no requests, but then I'll get into it. But it's basically a thing where that there'll be certain places where they'll need to have the the troops in place, because it could be getting messy, man. Could be getting sticky for their guys out there. But I read this on The Guardian. It says no deal Brexit plans put 3,500 troops on standby. It says cabinet says contingency plans must be implemented across government. So it says emergency no deal Brexit contingency plans must now be implemented across government. Cabinet ministers have agreed, including reserving ferry space for supplies and putting 3,500 armed forces personnel on standby to deal with any disruption. No 10 confirmed on Tuesday that ministers would ramp up no-deal planning and that the departments would be expected to make it their main priority. Yeah, so he said he's got, they're going to be reserving ferry space for supplies, and then they're going to have to be putting armed force personnel on standby to deal with any disruption. So the thing is because, they've been talking about no deal. They're saying, these guys are saying they're going to have to be flying in. There's going to be a limited amount of what the hell is it called? A limited amount of, supplies? What the fuck's... no, medicines, that's it. Of medicines. A limited amount of medicine. They're going to have to be flying that shit in from fucking, I don't know, Uganda. Or wherever the fuck they're going to be getting it from. And then they're, on top of that, what else? It's basically, it's going to be fucked. A lot of things, the supply is just going to die. Anything that comes from the EU, and a fuck lot of shit comes from the EU, that all that supply is going to be disrupted. Customs is going to have to be jumping in. People are going to be getting upset. They're like, yo, what the fuck, man? Yo, ordered my shit. What's going on? And all that. Businesses are going to be getting disrupted. Hey, people are going to be getting messy, man. So they know the turmoil that just this could bring. It says any disruption or risk. That's a lot of turmoil, man. Because you've already had people, protesting, saying, yo, this deal's shit, get a better deal. And you got people protesting saying, yeah, it's still shit, we'll just fucking leave, yeah? We voted leave. So, you got upset people in all directions. And that no deal is would just be the icing on the cake, man. Because basically that would just mean pure chaos over here. It says Downing Street said it would send advice on preparing for no deal to all UK businesses, and suggested that they should begin implementing their own contingency plans as they saw fit. So yeah, that's hell. Because all them businesses that rely, you might be getting, imported You might be you're getting, you know, fish from Norway. You're getting, you know, your greens imported from Spain, or you know, you might be getting your wines from Italy and France. All of a sudden, you're just gonna have to worry about fuck. You use up all them suppliers, and you're like, fuck. How are we gonna fuck? It's gonna get peak, because then you're just all of a sudden that wine you're getting that sweet deal on. Now you're having to pay an extra couple hundred grand, now you're having to pay an extra couple grand to get that wine brought in, man. Or all the prices just all of a sudden shoot up by like 40%, and you're just like, how can I run a business like this? It's gonna get sticky, man. So what? Says Theresa May's spokesman said the cabinet agreed that delivering the deal that the Prime Minister agreed with Brussels remains the government's top priority and our best no-deal mitigation. But the thing is like, she already said she pushed the vote back to January because she already knew she was going to lose that vote because the deal's shit. So that means that no deal seems way more likely than ever. You know, there's nothing significant's happened to push back a no deal. It says what? The spokesman said it was the government's continued duty to prepare for every eventuality, including a no-deal situation. Ministers acknowledged the steps that had already been taken. No 10 said, including 320 no-deal work streams across all departments and 106 no-deal technical notice. So yeah, these guys are having to prepare. But then imagine this. This is a thing where it's like, it's been known basically there was literally no chance of getting a deal. Like, there was no deal actually organised until a fucking few weeks ago. But then it's only now they're starting to do it. This is seeming like, because the thing is everyone was just like, yeah, we're going to get a great deal. Theresa May, going to be fucking amazing deal. Now all of a sudden it's been revealed, dead deal. The deal's dead. So now it's just like, oh, they're having to eat. Oh, all you're hearing is doom and gloom. All you're hearing is, oh, this could be fucked up. You know, we might not be getting this. No access to this. You know, if you're overseas, your ass could be living in Spain. There's no deal. Your ass could be living in Spain with your British passport. Then they're just like, sorry, mate. Sorry, but you've got to fuck off, yeah? Now get the fuck out of our country. Your ass has been living there for the last 25 years. Now you just got to fuck off out. That's hell, man. That's why people is, you know, they need them troops on standby, because people gonna be getting upset. That kind of shit going down, turmoil will be multiplying swiftly. The cabinet agreed that with just over 3 months from our exit from the EU, we've now reached a point where we need to ramp up these preparations. This means we'll now set in motion the remaining elements of our no-deal plans. Cabinet also agreed to recommend businesses ensure they are similarly prepared and act in their own no-deal plans. But 3 months, that's kind of fucked. Because I'm just thinking, just the hospitality industry. If you know, certain, the thing is, a lot of things, the EU might have a monopoly on certain kinds of ingredients, certain kind of products. So then your ass can be looking for, you know, for a supplier from some other country. Then that you're starting to get some exorbitant prices. It's taking, you used to getting that food delivered you know, you order it in the afternoon, you get the following morning, crack of dawn it at 5, 6 a.m. That shit's there in your fridge. Now you're gonna, you know, you might have to be ordering, and it takes 3-4 days. You know, the price has gone up, the quality's lower, all kind of fucked up shit. So and 3 months, you know, you ain't really like you might, it's gonna get peak, and then people gonna start getting upset. So there's it's funny. There's all kinds of fucking angles. From what it appears like, it's gonna be hell. It's gonna be hell out here, man. People are gonna be getting fucking screwed, man. And Hey, if them prices, you're gonna have to fire some motherfuckers. The pound's gonna start plummeting as well. So that means the price is gonna go up anyway. Just from the news, the pound's plummeting. So once, if no deal Brexit goes through, oh man, whew, the euro's gonna be stronger than the pound for the first time in history. Shit. That's hell on earth. All kinds of man, that great British economy, it's just gonna be down the drain, man. Getting pissed on by Europe, by some fucking Turks. Even Turkey's gonna be dealing with the EU better than fucking England. God damn. So, what does it say? Blah, blah, blah. Down the street suggested preparations could include reserving space on ferries in order to ensure supply of food and medicines. Speaking later in the Commons, the Defence Secretary Gavin Williamson said his department will have 3,500 service personnel held at readiness, including regulars and reserves, in order to support any government department on any contingencies they may need. Citizens will be informed how to prepare through a range of channels that could include TV adverts and social media. It's just sounding like it's all sounding like it sounds like if this no deal goes through, it's gonna get quite messy indeed. Says what the Justice Secretary David Gauke, who said publicly the weekend he would resign rather than be part of a government that deliberately pursued no deal, told the meeting that a managed no deal is not a viable option. It's a viable option for the elites though, dog. It's not an offer from the EU, and the responsibility of cabinet ministers is not to propagate unicorns but to slay them. Fucking hell. I'm talking about the unicorn them. Says a managed no deal is the approach favoured by Brexit backing ministers, including Penny Mordaunt and Andrea Leadsom, who believe the government could pay the part of the $39 billion the government has agreed it owes the EU to purchase a status quo transition period. So that from when military personnel are going to be involved, that means that no deal is looking to be the messiest of the messy options. Because from when you need military personnel, just as a precaution, should the no deal go through, then that means that no deal is gonna be hell. You experiencing that no deal, that no deal is gonna be peak. You're gonna be getting messed up during that no deal. Okay. Let me read this, man. Jeremiah 16:2. It says, "Thou shalt not take thee a wife, neither shalt thou have sons or daughters in this place. For thus saith the Lord concerning the sons and concerning the daughters that are born in this place, and concerning the mothers that bear them, and concerning their fathers that begat them in this land. They shall die of grievous deaths, they shall not be lamented." So we're coming into that time of that grievous death. And Brexit is like the least of it. Even if, they're having military personnel, people having to get tear gassed and gun butted in the face because they start protesting. That's just the beginning, because what the elites want is leading up to, full-scale martial law, full-scale World War III. There's going to be a draft. People are going to be getting drafted and be getting sent off to that Middle East to get, put into the great meat grinder of World War III. That's actually like how far things are going to escalate. There's going to be a thermonuclear war. It's going to escalate. World War III is going to escalate to nukes flying, man. So really, it's the least of it. But then, damn, that's a sign of what's to come. Because that great upheaval that's part of it, man. People getting upset, people getting messed up, and all kinds of fucked up situations going down. That's just gonna, increase these events, man, and push them forward even quicker. Because hey, the economy's gonna go tits up as well. Hey, should no deal go through, economy over here in the UK is gonna go tits up, and here's like even London's an international monetary capital, man. You got the FTSE. You got what the fuck is the other one over here called? I can't even remember, man. FTSE 100, FTSE 250, and I'm sure there's something else that I'm forgetting. Maybe not, but here is a financial capital. You've got all kinds of businesses with that had international capitals here, and now they're looking to fuck off. So the economy will go tits up, man, and then that's gonna have a global effect. Because now we've got a global economy where it's like if one place collapses, it will no doubt have an impact on the rest. Even if it's Brexit, Britain brought it upon themselves, that's still gonna have a fucking impact on Europe. Because all that cohesion. Because the thing is anyway is it's the 10 toes with iron and clay. So that's Esau's power. If you got one of the toes rip itself off, then you can't. Your foot's gonna start losing balance. It says, they shall die of grievous deaths, neither shall they shall not be lamented, neither shall they be buried, but they shall be dung upon the face of the earth, and they shall be consumed by the sword and famine, and their carcasses shall be meat for the fowls of heaven, for the beasts of earth. Yeah, so it's going to be an immense amount of death. And it says, for thus saith the Lord, enter not into the house of mourning, neither go to lament nor bemoan them. For I have taken away my peace from this people, saith the Lord, even loving kindness and mercy. So, yeah, so people are going to receive immense amount of jacking up. And it says, where was what? It says, okay. I've taken away my peace from you, says the Lord, even loving kindness and mercies. For if the great and small shall die in this land, they shall not be buried, neither shall men lament for them, nor cut themselves and make themselves war for them. You know what? I think I want. Yeah. So look, I was meant to read this. Jeremiah 30 and 5. For thus saith the Most High, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. Ask ye now, and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hand on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. Yeah, so in that, in the coming times, it's gonna be a point where even right now, everyone's, especially in London, everyone's filled with pride. They're basically, they have faith in the system. They believe, nothing can go wrong. We're all good. But that's gonna be switched completely. The Lord's basically gonna have it where it's gonna go from everyone's gonna go from thinking, them thinking them peaceful thoughts, so they're gonna be like, hold on, why is everyone fucking shitting themselves? Because it's gonna come into a point where it's pure chaos is gonna descend, and they're gonna realize that the Lord's basically opened up, and it's gonna be capable for anyone to get jacked up. It says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Yeah, so that time, that judgment's going to be great. and it is the time of Jacob's trouble. The tribes are gonna be getting messed up, but the heathen are gonna be getting messed up too. Everyone, hey, it's gonna be full scale, a judgment opening up on everyone. And and these kinds of events like Brexit over here, you got like the Trump, now they're talking about they're trying desperately to impeach Trump. Yeah, well, I say trying desperately. That's something that they want to see after the fucking Democrats got, which one was it, man? I think the lower house. They're basically thinking, they're trying to find an angle, trying to impeach Trump. So it's gonna, make more sense for, a major event to go down swiftly, so that all, they can basically, he can just say, look, we're in a state of emergency. This, we can't be dealing with these kinds of things. No investigations. It says, for it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck, and will burst thy bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves with it. Yeah, so for Jake, it's basically going to result in, us in the end, at the end of, after all this destruction, then we're gonna, we're gonna be lifted up, we're gonna be exalted, which is, that's good. We're gonna be getting blessed, but we're gonna have to go through that trouble first, that time of tribulation, where it's gonna be messed up. The chip's gonna be out there, martial law's gonna be out there, concentration camps, people are getting grabbed up, and that war's gonna be going there. You're gonna have to basically endure. It's gonna be a time of faith, where you're gonna have to endure, through that faith. But Lord willing, if you have the elect, then the Lord will have you down. There's certain of the men that are gonna have to get, their heads removed for for the witness to Yahweh Shabbat. But yeah, I'll leave it there. I'll say all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahshua B'Shem HaKadosh. I want to see apostles and elders of the GreatMillStone, man. Shalom. Shalom.